Okay, so once this is on your screen, okay, it even tells you in step 7 that R is the correlation coefficient. So this is telling us that this is a 0.955 blah, 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 blah. Does anybody remember from the video from e-learning what a correlation coefficient always falls in between?
I do not.
-1 and +1. So if we're closer to +1, we are a really strong positive correlation. So this is a really strong positive correlation. So now it's no longer just eyeballing it from what we see in the table. Now we have the proof, right? It calculated the correlation coefficient and we got 0.955. That's really close to +1. Okay, so it's number 17 on your paper, right? Because it's gonna be number 17 on your test. It says, what is the correlation coefficient? You are going to write down this number.
How do you know if that's right? That number?
You had to enter the data correctly. Yep. You don't need to write down the entire thing, but you need to write down more than 2 decimal points. Okay, so give me like a 0.9555.
Wait, I got a different number. Wait.
Then you didn't enter your data correctly. You missed a data point.
Are we gonna round this?
Right here. 2, 7, 4, 2, 7, 17. There you go.
Will we get kind of wrong if we write that down?
No. Okay, so if you're not sure and you just want to write down the whole entire thing, that's fine.
Except for 17.
That's for number 17. That gave us the correlation coefficient. Okay. Now, the next thing, right after we got a correlation coefficient, the next thing that we did was we calculated the best fit line, right? We created a graph, and we found the line that fit it best. So now we're going to get our calculators to do that for us. So if we look at step 8, okay, step 8 says press Y equals. So Y equals is right underneath your screen. Okay, so you're going to press Y equals. Okay, and step 9 is talking about our plot 1 being black. For our plot 1 to be black, it's like a highlight black. Ours is currently not that. To make it highlighted, you are going to move your cursor on top of it. So press the arrow up so it's flashing over it. Press enter, and then move your cursor off of it. Do we see how that plot 1 is now like a highlighted black? You're going to move your cursor up over it, so it's flashing. You're going to press enter, and then move your cursor off of it. Okay. So then we're at step 10. Step 10 says to press graph. Our graph button is still right underneath the screen, just over on the right-hand side. When you press it, you'll see nothing. You'll see a coordinate plane. The reason why we see nothing is because this is a 10 by 10 grid. Okay, our data is in like the 2000s, so we want to get it to focus on our data. For that to happen, right, step 11 says to press zoom. Zoom is right here. And then you are going to press 9. The reason why we are selecting 9 is because option 9 is zoom stat. Zoom on my statistics. Okay, so zoom 9 is then going to graph all of those points for us. Okay, so instead of us having to make a coordinate plane and fit everything on there and space it appropriately, we can just press zoom 9. I press zoom, which is underneath the window, and then 9. Okay. Okay, now, yes, that's Kyle. Yeah, that's okay. So we're just gonna okay. Now, the next thing that we want to do, please, press. Just leave that alone. The next thing that we want to do is we want to get the best fit line. Okay, so to get the best fit line, we're now going to tell the calculator okay, to get our calculator to do the formula for the best fit line, okay, we are going to press vars. So vars is right here underneath the down arrow. Okay, we're going to press vars. Okay, we are going to press 5 because, again, we're dealing with statistics. But now we want it to give us an equation of the best fit line. So we're going to move the arrow to the right until we have equation highlighted. And while you don't need to know that this is what it's called, we're going to get the linear regression equation. So we're going to hit enter to select 1. Oh, I missed a step for you guys. Let's do it again. It's okay. It doesn't do anything wrong.
This is mechanical.
Press Y equals. I forgot to read it. Press Y equals. Press Y equals. Okay, now press vars.
Wait,
Then press 5. Then go right to equation and select the regression equation. We just need the equation to be in our Y1 spot, and I forgot to say Y1. So the equation that you got before you did it is the exact same thing. We just need it to be there in our calculator. Okay, now, yours is going to look slightly different because mine does it in one line and I have to arrow back and forth to see the whole thing. Yours is looping around. It's okay, it's just the format of this one. But if we look at step 18, step 18 says what is the equation for the best fit line? Guys, this right here is this right here.
Yeah.
Right? It found our y equals mx plus b. So what you need to write down on number 18 is our y equals. You have to have y equals because this is an equation. Okay, we're going to have 6, 2, 3, 7. You do not need to give me every decimal point, so just sort of rounding is fine. However, you have to have the x. Look right here. Right? This is y equals mx plus b form. You need to put exactly what you see. So let's see, 1, 1, 6, 8.
This is plus
1, 6, 3, 9, point. 1, 8 repeating, right? So we'll just round that. Okay? That is the equation of the line, assuming we're picking the best points, we're finding the slope, we're plugging it into point slope form, and then we are solving for y. Our calculator just did all of that for us. Okay, and this is our equation, and so that's our answer to number 18. Yes, Sam?
I just wrote down the whole number.
That's okay. As long as you get the y in there and you get the x in there.
Now what?
Do what?
Now
Okay, so now we have the equation of our best fit line. The next thing that we then did in our homework yesterday was find future predictions. Our calculator can do that for us as well. Now, this next step is really important. This is one of the most important steps. Step 17 says press second, then mode. Class, this is your get me out of here button. So if you get in a weird place and you're like, I don't know what this is doing, my screen looks weird, you're gonna press second and then mode and then start over. Right, go back to where you were.
Like the R2, R1. Where are you at?
Okay? So you're gonna see anything previously that you typed in here. If it bothers you that it's in there, just clear it out. Okay? You don't have to, but this is just your basic screen. That is your basic calculator, right? It will do 1 + 1 =. That's where second mode always takes you. Yes, Sam? That's okay. It's okay that it's on there. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to press vars. That's step 18. Okay, and now we want to calculate a y variable. We want to get an output, so we're going to move our cursor right to y vars. And we're going to select function, so we're going to press enter. What's wrong, Jerome? So you need to arrow right to y vars. Okay, we are going to select 1. So we're going to press enter again. Now, this time it's a little bit different. We pulled y1, but we don't want it to just calculate y1. We want it to calculate y1 for number 19, says for the year 2017. So we want to evaluate a function at 2017. You have to put the 2017 in parentheses. So you're going to put parentheses 2017. If it's not in parentheses, that's not good news. In parentheses. Don't we agree this looks a lot like f of x? That's exactly what this is. And then press enter. It doesn't need to get rid of the other stuff. No, you need to stay with us. You need to select y1. You need to press enter. Did you have your equation the same as us?
What?
Oh, no. You didn't evaluate. Wait, look, I have the 2007 there. So you need to start back at step 18. Hit enter. Oh, okay, so you're just right here. I'm going to clear this out. Oop. Okay, so when you're here, you just need to make sure that you do second in mode and you go back to the calculator screen and then do those steps. Right? So all of those steps were fine, you were just in the wrong place. And now put your 2017 in parentheses. Okay, so this says the population that we're predicting for the year 2017 is 899,131. That's what you're going to write down for your year 2017. Okay, but question 19 has 2 parts. It wants us to also evaluate 2025. Hang on one second. So we need to start back over at step 18. You will have to know that that's where you go back and you start over. Okay, so at step 18 it says press vars. So we're going to press vars. We're going to move our cursor right to y vars. Okay, we are going to hit enter. Right, step 20, hit enter to select y1. Except now what number do we want to put in parentheses? 2025. That's your value, your answer that you'll put next to the 2025?
You guys can put